welcome back to Addicted to Angling. I've been on this little lake 5 minutes and already I've had not the biggest but an absolutely beautiful little mirror carp. Like I say, she's not the biggest but she's pretty, and a fish is a fish. Now it's a cold March morning, and like I say, I've literally been here 5 minutes. I dropped this one down by a tree, and it's tiny, it's small, but look at that. What a beautiful fish, hey? Absolutely beautiful. I'll go through more on what I'm doing in the video in a little while, but what a way to start, eh? And the blank run is over. Brilliant. Right, let's crack on. Hello there, and welcome back to the fishing YouTube channel that is addicted to angling. Now, as you can see from that start, yet again I'm carp fishing. I've had a run of blanks recently. You know, I've been trying my hardest. I have been fishing some harder lakes that haven't been producing, but I bit the bullet today and I've come down to a local farm irrigation reservoir near mine in Ipswich. £10 a day to fish. Now, I'm not going to disclose the location because it's not the biggest, it's not fished that much, and I know the owners don't want it getting absolutely ramo and trashed. There's a lot of fish in here, as you've seen from the start, a lot of beautiful little mirror carp, but there are also some fairly big fish in here as well. It's going to be a numbers game today to get through them, see if I can pick something up into double figures, but we will see. Fishing 2 rods, both with Parker Baits pop-ups on. One rod over to the left hand side in the margin, which is where I had that fish, and one rod whacked across to the far side where I know, because I used to fish here many years ago. I'm talking 8-9 years ago, and back then there was 15-pounders in it. So you're looking, there could be some 20s in here. Who will know? Who will know? Depends on the amount of food going in. I know they feed on a lot of naturals in here, but like I say, there is a lot of small, beautiful mirror carp in here. Don't know about commons, but we are going to hopefully get some absolutely stunning fish today. We'll see. Like I say, that's the blank beaten already. Thank God for that, you know. Yes, it was a baby, but I don't care. A carp is a carp, and that fish, I've been here 10 minutes, and that is not an exaggeration. Plonked the rod out, I set everything up, and all of a sudden, away it went. But right, let's crack on. Let's see if we can work through this fish, and let's see if we can get something fairly big out of here today. If not, I'm pretty sure you're going to be in for some absolutely beautiful, stunning mirror carp that hopefully will come out throughout the day. Let's see what happens. Look at this lake, eh? Absolutely beautiful. Like I say, it's a little farm irrigation reservoir, and years ago I used to work nearby here, and after work I used to come down here and I used to have so much fun catching little carp. And like I say, there is some bigger fish in here, you know, some much bigger fish, but it is a numbers game trying to work your way through them. It's a lovely little lake, absolutely beautiful. Like I say, I've got 2 rods out, both with spinner rigs on, both fishing OG fish pop-ups. So far the left hand margin underneath that little tree that I'll show you in a little while, I'll show you my spots. Got all day here. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to be here till about 4 o'clock. So we'll see what happens. You know, it could produce quite a lot of fish. That might be the only fish I have during the day, but that's the blank run over. I've had an absolutely awful winter. I really have. Don't get me wrong, I've caught a couple of fish here and there, but you know, I've been going out trying to make these videos, and everywhere I've gone, it's just been a nightmare. And I have been putting out blanking videos, but that's how it is. You know, that's the reality of my fishing this winter. But we'll see what today brings. It's, you know, it's cold, don't get me wrong, we've had a frost overnight, so it has chilled right up, but the sun is out, it's a clear day, pressure is rising. Wait for the sun to come round and that'll be absolutely beautiful, and we'll see what we can get. Lovely, absolutely lovely. I hope you're all well. Hope you've had a good winter's carp fishing. Hope you've had a better winter's carp fishing than me anyway. And yeah, we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. There is plenty of fish in here, so we could be in for a good day. Let's crack on. Right, I've not had any more fish. It's now getting up to mid-morning. The lake is coming alive. There's a lot of fish topping, a lot of fish boshing over the far side. But like I say, no more runs. But I'm just going to show you the rig I'm using. Simple spinner rig. 57 gram lead. Parker baits. OG fish. Match the hatch pop up. Kicker. And all I'm doing with that is I've got little tiny bags, little mesh bags mixed with pellet, Parker baits mini mix pellet, and the OG fish crumb. I'm crumbing some 14mm boilies in there, and I'm just dropping that over the far side. But on this as well, I'm just dribbling on here a little bit of the Parker baits Scopex flat spot. So I'm going to plonk it back by that tree. I'll just turn the camera around in a minute, show you where I'm putting it, and let's see if we can get another bite from over there. The right hand rod I'm leaving out in the middle of the lake. I know it's fishing, I know it's working. There's plenty of bait down there. There's a little bit of attraction on there with the flat spot coming off as well. That should go soon, I reckon. I'm confident in that. But this left hand rod by the tree, I'm going to put that back out. I'm going to keep working that because I think there will be fish working around that tree. Let's see if we can get a bite. If that's not a bite, I don't know what is. Quiet day since that first fish I caught straight away this morning. 10 minutes after being here, boff, fish in the net. I thought it was going to be an absolute flyer of a day, but it hasn't. I've dropped one more fish this afternoon off the left hand rod. Had it on for a little while, playing it around, hook pulled. It happens. Right hand rod has not produced anything, but that left hand rod, it seems to be over by that tree. I think there's a lot of silverfish down there. I know there's tench in here. I know there's lots of little carp in here as well. And whenever I cast out with that stick on, there's a lot of activity straight away. As it's breaking down, the tip's banging. I just flicked it out, the bobbin slapped up, dropped down, had a couple of bleeps on it, a few liners, and then it's gone quiet. So I reckon as soon as that stick lands, they're on there, they're smashing it. They're ripping it apart, and then I've got the flat spot on there, so there is still scent in the water, and then little pellets, they'll sit in the bottom. Little bits of crumb boilie will sit there as well. But I think it's that initial activity which is getting the fish going. But I'm going to sit it out. I've got a couple of hours left. Right hand rod I've brought in, I've dropped closer in, I've dropped in, see if they're running the margins. Because when I was here this morning, at my feet, they were moving around at my feet. But then it only lasted a couple of minutes and then it disappeared. So we'll see. I will be coming back. Tony wants to come here with me next week, so I think I'll probably be back next Monday, giving it another go. I want to crack this lake. I know for a fact there are double figure fish in here. I know that for a fact. I suppose it is still March as well. It was a frost this morning. It is still quite cool. Lakes are only now starting to wake up, so we'll see if it starts producing through the spring months. But I'll come back to you in a little while. I'm hoping to get one more on the bank. So I've got a couple of hours left, so we'll see what happens. See if I can get something else on the bank just to make it 2 fish for the day. And then we have another one from underneath that tree, left hand rod. Little while left to go. Beautiful little fish, look at that. I told you they're crackers in here. Absolutely stunning. Right, I'm going to get this back, get that rod out for the last 20 minutes, half an hour or so. See if I can pick another one off there. What a beauty. Well, what can I say? I literally put another stick on, flicked it over to the tree, didn't even have time to tighten up to it, and the rod smacked round in my hands. And yet again, and this one is a much better fish. Chunky little thing. Still not an absolute monster, but look at that, hey? What an absolute beauty of a fish. Angry little mirror carp, look at him. He is super angry, but beautiful fish, eh? What a little stunner. Angry little bugger. Ain't got long left, that's 3 now for the day. 1 lost. Beautiful fish, eh? Just goes to show you, get them feeding. Took them all day to get them feeding over there, but once they are feeding, they're on it. Lovely paddle on him, look at him. Right, he's got fish lice on him as well. You can see they've been dormant all winter. What a beautiful fish. Right, let's get him back, see if I can get one more in these last few minutes. Stunning fish. Right, that's me done. 3 fish, 1 lost, not a bad session at all. Day hit on the Forgotten Lake. You will be seeing this lake coming up in the videos quite regularly now. Through the summer I'll be fishing here. There are bigger fish in here. I know that for a fact. Like I say, I'm going to try and get one of these bigger fish out of here. But like I said to you at the beginning of the video, the fish that are in here are absolutely stunning. They're beautiful fish. Absolutely beautiful. And that's it, end of the session. I've still got the last rod out, so there may be another snippet after this if I pick one up in the last 5 minutes of me being here. I'm packing away, I've got to get home. But like I want to say, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it if you got this far. Yeah, thank you for watching the whole video. Please subscribe, give it a like if you enjoyed the video. Using Parker baits again. Parker baits always doing the business. If you want to get 10% off your first order with Parker Baits, go to Parker Baits, get your order in the basket, and then when it comes up to the code, type in A2A. That's A, number 2A, and you will get 10% off your first order. Yet again, thank you very much for watching. That's been the Forgotten Lake day session on here. You take care of yourselves, and I will see you by the water very soon.